What if I tell you that diabetes, hypertension, and fatty liver that the doctor told you had can be reversed? Are you surprised? No, you don't have to be surprised. My name is Titi Akeredolu. Sometimes last year, I was told I had metabolic syndrome, which means diabetes, hypertension, and fatty liver. I was broken and I was sad because this is what I've been running away from. You know why? Because my father died of diabetes and my mom had diabetes. So I was doing everything possible, going to the gym, trying to eat healthy just to be sure that I don't have diabetes. But alas, what I feared most happened to me and I was confused. The first thing that happened to me was I thought that was the end of the world. I was depressed. I was always crying. More so because I don't know what to eat again, since it was my food that brought me to the level of having high blood sugar and high blood pressure. I was afraid of food. I don't know what to eat again. But after some time, I have to speak to myself. I say life must continue. And because I know that I am the creator of my reality, I just thought of it that I need to get out of this situation fast. Nobody is going to help me out of it. I'm going to help myself. So I had a 360-degree lifestyle change, starting from the way I sleep to when I wake up to what I eat to what I think to what I say. And that is what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. Now, let's dive into it. What are the things that I started doing that brought about the change in my life that made me to reverse diabetes and hypertension completely within 12 months? Number one thing I started doing is, and when I wake up in the morning, I set my alarm to wake up earlier than usual. And once I wake up, I sit by myself in silence for about 30 minutes just to meditate, or you can call it to imagine. I meditate for 30 minutes just to create my day. I think about how I want my health to be for that day. I connect with myself for that 30 minutes. I relax, I breathe in and I breathe out just to relax my body. I take charge of my thoughts. I start to think about how I want my health to be and what I want my future to look like. After doing that, I speak positive words to myself, to my health. I speak out, I speak to my brain, I speak to my eyes, I speak to my every organ of my body, I speak to my blood, and I tell them what I want to see. The reason why I do this is because I know that everything that God creates has intelligence. They all hear because they are created by the words of God. So I don't take my words for joke. I'm very mindful of the word I say. So I speak life to every organ of my body. I tell my blood what I want to see. I tell my heart, my kidney, I call them by their name and they hear me. So I speak life to my cells and they hear, and I began to see changes. It started from having the hope for living again, because initially when I was told that I had metabolic syndrome, which is high blood sugar, diabetes, hypertension, I was depressed. I thought that was the end. So having this life change now give me another hope for life. Yes, it gave me another hope for life. So I was doing that. Then another thing I do is that I know that I have a source. I know there is God. I try to connect with my God, and I do that intentionally. That is why you cannot just live your life to play out. You have to be intentional with your life. I hear some people say, what will be, will be. No, what will be will not be if you don't do something about it. So I try to live an intentional life by connecting with my source, which is God. And I do that at a specific time of the day. 7:30 p.m., you will always see me in the presence of God, and all I do is just to thank him. I thank him for giving me another chance, because if he has not given me another chance, it could have happened that I just fall down and I die. I've heard that happened to a lot of people, that they will just fall down because their blood pressure is high. But God gave me another chance by making me to know that your blood pressure is high and you need to do something about it, which I did. So I am encouraging you today that you need to be intentional with your life. When you are told you have diabetes, hypertension, fatty liver, you don't have to panic. You don't have to think that is the end of the world, or you resign to fate by using drugs. For how long are you going to use the drug? For how long? The drugs have their own adverse effects on your cells. Since it is unhealthy lifestyle, the way you eat, the way you think, the way you talk, the way you sleep and wake up is what brought about high blood sugar, high blood pressure. Then why not use healthy lifestyle to reverse it? You need to change your thinking, you need to change your words, and you need to change your food. Those three things are very important. You can't be eating healthy and be thinking death. Your words, your thoughts, and the food you eat, they must be healthy. I will show you what I start to eat that gave me back my health. I start to eat vegetables, not just vegetables. I make sure my vegetables are eaten raw. I eat them raw. I eat most of my food are eating raw. I eat a lot of vegetables because I know vegetables are healers, and I eat fruit. Yes, I know we have been told that as a diabetic person you shouldn't eat fruit, but that is not true, because it is not fruit that causes diabetes. It is insulin resistance that causes diabetes. I stopped eating processed food, and I stopped eating anything animal produce. I only eat plant-based food with my green vegetables, with speaking life to my body and thinking life. My health keeps improving every day, and until the metformin I was giving, I started alternating it. Before I use it every day, but after some times I started using it a day on, a day off, a day on, a day off, until I see that my sugar is normal. I feel well, I feel strong and energetic. I just saw that I don't need the metformin again, and I stopped using it, and I was eating healthy, and I have been well. I have been so well that I am even grateful to God that I was diagnosed of metabolic syndrome. Maybe if I had not been diagnosed of metabolic syndrome, I wouldn't have think of eating healthy. But now, because I was diagnosed of it, that is diabetes, hypertension, and fatty liver, I was able to fight it by eating healthy. So eating healthy has become a lifestyle for me, not a diet. Watch how I mix my vegetables and my fruits to make my green smoothie. This is parsley. So you cut it with celery. This one I'm cutting is celery. So you have already cut the parsley. So I'm cutting the celery now with the parsley. I also add kale. This is kale. So you can get all these things from the malam that are selling carrots, cucumber. Ask them, they will give you or show you where you can get it. So after I've cut everything, this is my pineapple. I need to add pineapple so that it can sweeten this green smoothie. Then after cutting the pineapple, I have my banana to add to it to sweeten it. Then I blend it together. Can you see how beautiful this is? This is healthy. This is ugu pumpkin leaf. You can use this, or mango. It's not compulsory, it has to be celery. Use what you have. To stay healthy, you need to add greens to your diet. These greens are healers. They will heal you from within, and the fruit will cleanse your system. So my dear mothers, my dear women, stay healthy. Add greens to your diet. From the video you have watched, it is not compulsory you use the vegetables that I used in the video. You can use your own vegetable as long as it's green vegetable and they are fresh, they are edible. Then use it. Just take two of these vegetables, two fruits, blend it. You can put your chia seed and your flax seed, blend it, and drink it. If you want me to be an accountability partner to you by holding your hand for 14 days, teaching you what I ate for 14 days that made me to reverse diabetics fast, then you need to join our 14 days challenge, which should be starting this Monday.